Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to our continuing series of love of famous couples. So, once again, in case you haven't seen the other ones, I use the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, because that's the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts. It doesn't matter what their astrological sign is or their position. We're looking to see what their love connection is. And today I'm doing Andrew and Sarah. Andrew and Sarah, let's see what's going on with them. There's starting to be rumblings that they're going to be quietly remarried. The king has given his blessing, even though he doesn't need to. He has. And there's quiet rumblings about that they will be reunited in marriage. They've been together, like they lived together. Sarah went to church on Christmas for the first time in 32 years with Andrew. They both have had difficult lives or choices. So I just want to see what's their heart connection. Just remember, I'm asking about heart. I'm not asking about physical or any kind of earthly connection like money or homes or anything like that. I want to know what's their heart connection. The King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts. What's their love connection? Andrew and Sarah. Andrew and Sarah. Andrew and Sarah, what's their love connection like? Cards are ready. Wow, Four of Cups. I think we got some regrets here. I think because we got the cup here offering this way, I think Sarah's been more into the relationship than Andrew has. Andrew might say, well, you know what, I've got the milk. Why do I need to buy the cow? That kind of thing. You're here anyways. I provide you with a home. I'm not sure, do we really need to do this? And I think there's a little bit of apathy on Andrew's side. And I'm just saying that because the face is on this side with the King of Cups, and it feels like she's making more of the offer towards him, rather than him reaching out to her and say, I've never stopped loving you. Please, let's get married again. There might be some, even though this is a Cups card, there might be something here that Sarah's like, well, you know what, if we're married then, and I get sicker, then I get this, and etc., etc. There might be some of that. Andrew's still working out some of his strategies. This is interesting because this is like a strategy that he does have. You think these are the two girls, but you look at this, he's kind of exiting. He doesn't need to have Sarah as a wife. Like I said, they live together, they do everything together. He's a little bit more strategic, let's put it that way. Oh, you know what? When I do love readings and the Ten of Swords come up with the X, that's your ex. Like, even if you want them back, it's not worth it. Right? Because it's your ex. This actually, you know what? Sarah might be amazing at keeping a stiff upper lip. I think the divorce that she did have really was harder on her than she let out. And yeah, she is chatty, but I think her inner part, her inner hurt, she wasn't that forthcoming with. She may have acted out. For example, overspending, gaining weight, taking ridiculous chances, pay for play, that kind of thing, acting out her emotions rather than dealing with them. But this isn't, Sarah, this isn't strategic for you to get back with Andrew at all. You might end up just getting hurt again. The Star, she feels like it would be healing for both of them. It would give them both hope, both healing. This also could mean that they still need some healing in their relationship. Maybe there's still things that have been unsaid. Maybe there's still a little bit of, what was Andrew doing, on that yacht? And there might be some of Andrew saying, are you going to pay for play again? Are you going to try and sell my access kind of thing? I have the king's ear as his brother. So there's some hope and healing here, actually. There, I like to see that. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Eight of Cups upright. I don't think Andrew wants to get married. I think maybe some of those puff pieces about them getting married might have been put out by Sarah. I'm just really not getting the vibe. And oh, she's being very, very patient with Andrew. She's being very patient with him. She's waiting and waiting and waiting for this healing. And Sarah, he's not interested. They're both kind of stubbornly looking at this relationship because the swords are pointed at each of them. Sarah might be thinking there's more there than there is, and Andrew might be being a little bit too cold. I'm not getting a lot of warmth, even though we have cups here. You know what? Even if they do get married, I think he'll always be looking for something better or something else. He'll feel like something is missing in the relationship. I'm just double checking that this is fitting in. Yeah. Two of Pentacles. He wouldn't be against it. He would not be against it. He wouldn't be against it, but that doesn't mean he's all for it either. He'd think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it. But if it was my daughter asking, oh, should I marry this guy? And this came up, I said, no, I wouldn't. Ace of Cups. You know what? She really loves Andrew. All of her faults, all of everything, she really loves him, even though it'd be to her detriment to have him back, even though she's waiting and waiting for him. And you think about it, Fergie hasn't had any significant relationships since Andrew. Sure, she had the toe-sucking guy, but that was, I think, a fling. What I mean is like, Fergie's guy, and they've been together for, years, not just a couple of dates and a couple of articles in the Daily Mail. And I think it's because she's still in love with Andrew. Say what you want about her, but when that Ace of Cups comes up, she is in love with him. And I'm feeling like she's constantly doing the love for him. If they get back together, this relationship will take a lot of work. I mean, Andrew's got his problems. She's got her health problems. This doesn't mean that they can't make a go of it. It's just, it'll be a lot of work. And it'll be a lot of work for few rewards. The rewards of this relationship won't come until the end of the relationship. And it'll be few and far between. But it'll be a lot of work. A lot of work. And they do have some pretty big issues to go over. Five of Swords. Andrew might be looking at, like, how strategic is this for me that I can win something? He's looking at how does this benefit me? Almost like in a narcissistic way. How does this benefit me? How would this marriage benefit me? All these cards here, the back is against Sarah, except for the one where he goes, well, I'm going off to find out what's missing, or something is missing. Well, you know what's missing? Love is missing. But he is like, how does this relationship benefit me? There'll be a lot of arguments and fights in this relationship. Yeah, this relationship causes her a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights. She really feels tied to him, though. Of course, they've got children, they've got grandchildren, they've got a history, they live together, right? They hang out together. We see them at functions together all the time. Is it just a date of convenience that Andrew doesn't have to ask anybody else, that he just knows Fergie will be there for, the next wedding I have to go to, or the next function I have to show up for, or Christmas, I don't have to walk by myself, she'll be there. So that creates a lot of anxiety. It's interesting, she has 9 and 10 of Swords. The Moon, yeah, you know what? I think we have a bit of an illusion here. Oh my goodness, I went on, and then I realized it wasn't recording. I honestly, I'm over this bad technology. So I see I got to the moon here, and I was explaining that this is a facade that these two are in love or, as a couple. I think Fergie would love for them to be married again. Andrew is not into it. So I got the moon, and then we had the Five of Swords. So he would marry her for his own means, only if it was beneficial to him. It wouldn't be like I don't get any love at all on Andrew's side here. If anything, he had the Five of Cups, and that just shows he can't get over the past. We have two fives here. He's kind of unstable in that regard. That he just, especially with the three cups here, is spilt over. He can't get over the fact that there's pictures of her in the paper, some other man sucking her toes, kind of thing. He's hanging on to the past as an excuse not to move forward. And it's too bad because we have the two cups here. If these two could figure it out, they probably would make a good couple, although they are better friends than lovers. But they have the star here, so they do have a hope of healing. Also, it came to me, and I was mentioning the star. My long term followers will know the star is my Diana card because her birthday is July 1st, and we have 7 stars and 1 star, plus she lives in the stars. So maybe Diana was something that held them together as a couple. The Queen made an interesting statement that she always thought Diana would have been better suited to Andrew. And of course, Fergie and Diana were friends, but they did have a falling out. So that would be interesting to know what their falling out was about. This relationship is based on something that they both enjoy here with the Nine of Cups. Now I know Andrew doesn't drink, but I would dare say that they enjoy collecting prizes. So maybe they both enjoy overspending. I know money has been an issue for both of them. Maybe they enjoy, who knows? There's something, maybe food. They both seem, I'm not suggesting anything wrong with it, but they both seem to enjoy food. You know what I'm trying to say politely. Like my husband says, like, don't get me wrong, we both look like we enjoy food as well. Like my husband always says, I like to, what does he say? I want people to know I can afford food, or something like that. Like, I don't think that's the point, but anyways, there's something here that binds them together, that they both have a little bit of gluttony around. So whether it's overspending, overeating, maybe they enjoy the finer things in life, that kind of thing. Again, I know Andrew's not a drinker. I know Fergie enjoys a bit of her drink, but at the same time, with her going through her cancer treatments, I'd be really surprised if she's allowed to have a tipple or two. We also had the tower here for Fergie, and the underline was Four of Swords. And the part of the recording that didn't record is I said, Fergie will be the one who ends this relationship by death. And that's not that. You don't have to be a psychic to know that. She's dealing with cancer for the second time. Many of us have called that Sarah doesn't have much longer on the earth plane. And that was before her second bout of cancer. I just really think that it would be really actually kind of detrimental and very stressful to her if she hooked up again with Andrew. I'm not saying that they aren't right now, but I don't see any physical wand cards here that show passion. I don't see a lot of love. I see the most love coming from Sarah. The only wands that we have is actually the wands that you're supposed to have patience and sit and wait. But I'd like to see a few more wands that show some passion in their life. That they're passionate for each other, and they absolutely aren't. If anything, Andrew's a little bit cold to her. But she might be used to that by now, right? They've been together for over 30 years. But does Andrew want to marry her? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Does Sarah want to marry Andrew? Yes, she would, to her detriment. To her detriment. They just have something in common that they both enjoy. And the fact that they're a couple is kind of an illusion. It's interesting. We haven't seen either one of them with long-term relationships since they divorced. And, you have to wonder why. Andrew's an eligible bachelor, is a prince of the realm, even though he was going through a bunch of troubles and stuff like that. Can't tell me there isn't one girl out there who wouldn't turn a blind eye to that. Like, come on, he's a prince. Sarah, she's successful in her own right with her books and her podcast and whatever else she has going on. A fun-loving girl. You can't tell me there isn't anybody in the UK that wouldn't take her on. Even just, starstruck almost, right? So the fact that neither one of them have had significant relationships over the years, but yet constantly are always turning to each other, there must be something there that connects them, that brings them together, that keeps them hanging on, I want to say. But yeah, sadly, I think Sarah's going to be ending this star-stuck relationship. And I just kind of would encourage Andrew to work through some of their issues together, so that when she can go peacefully, they both have peace of mind and work out some of their issues that they refuse to talk about. They both have them. They refuse to talk about them or bring them up, and that would be nice emotional healing if they could do that. And who knows, that might turn Andrew around. All right. Well, hopefully it continued on this technology. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with me. And I hope you're enjoying this series. I've got a couple more to do, and I'll end the series on Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.